What if I told you the biggest secret to success isn't intelligence, talent, or even luck? It's something much simpler. Something you already have, but probably aren't using to its full potential. Today, I want to share with you the ta'i, one thing that changed my life forever. Learning how to think correctly. No complicated formulas, no magic tricks, just one mindset shift that can transform everything. Because once you know how to think the right way, you don't need to be the smartest in the room. You don't need to be the strongest. You don't even need luck on your side. Thinking correctly is the foundation. It's the starting point of everything. When I was young, I was far from what people would call smart. In fact, if you had seen my school reports, you'd probably laugh. I failed over and over again. Middle school? Failed 3 times. College entrance exam? Failed 3 times. Even when I applied for a job at KFC, out of 24 candidates, 23 got the job, the only one left behind, me. I even tried to join the police force. They rejected me too. Back then, it felt like my life was going nowhere. But looking back, those failures were gifts. You see, most people experience failure and immediately label themselves. I'm not smart enough. I'm unlucky. I'll never succeed. But that's where they're wrong. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning. It's life's greatest teacher. And the best part? It's free. If you're willing to learn, every rejection, every closed door, every no is a lesson waiting to be understood. Every time I failed, I picked up something new. I learned that rejection is normal. I learned that when people say no, it doesn't mean you're worthless. It just means not yet. Your time is coming, but only if you're patient enough to keep showing up. This is what I tell every young person I meet. When you see a problem, don't complain. Complaining solves nothing. It wastes your time, energy, and potential. The smart ones, they see a problem and think, here's my opportunity. Problems are just opportunities in disguise, dressed in messy clothes, covered in doubt. But if you roll up your sleeves and deal with them, you'll find something precious underneath. Sometimes gold looks like dirt until you clean it. When I started my company, people laughed at me. They said, "Jack, you don't know anything about tech. You have no background in business. You have no money, no connections. How can you possibly succeed?" And you know what I told them? I may not have all of that, but I have one thing: I can think, and that's enough. Because thinking correctly is like training a muscle. Every time something bad happens, instead of asking, "Why me?" you ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" When you meet someone smarter, don't feel insecure. Feel inspired. Ask questions. Get curious. That's how you grow. Success isn't about who runs the fastest. It's about who keeps running without giving up. I'm not the fastest. I'm not the smartest. But I am stubborn. I just don't stop. And if you train your mind the right way, you'll build that same unstoppable strength inside you. There's something I need you to remember. If you think small, you'll stay small. But if you allow yourself to think big, even if you fail a few times, you'll eventually grow bigger. Dreams are free, so why not dream big? The cost of dreaming big or small is exactly the same. But the reward? That's where everything changes. Hard times will come. That's guaranteed, but when they do, don't ask, "How do I survive this?" Ask, "How do I grow from this?" Because pain is the best teacher. It teaches you lessons comfort never could. So instead of fearing pain, embrace it. Smile and say, "Thank you for making me stronger." One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting. I'll start when I have more money. I'll act when I know more. I'll move when I'm ready. But here's the truth. You are never fully ready. You just start, and then you learn. You take one step, even if it's shaky, even if you're scared. Because every step forward teaches you something. You grow by doing, not by waiting. Another lesson I've learned? Don't waste time worrying about competition. Competition means the market is alive. It means people care. If you're the only one doing something, maybe you're doing it wrong. So don't fear others. Focus on yourself. Improve just 1% every single day. Tiny progress becomes massive growth over time. And yes, there were so many. Nights I couldn't sleep. I was scared, confused, ready to give up. But then I reminded myself, if I don't fight for my dream, who will? If I don't believe in me, who will? No one owes you success. No one hands it to you. You must take it. And you take it by thinking right. Every single day, wake up and tell yourself, I'm lucky to be alive. I have another shot. I can try again. One last thing. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are not enemies. They're friends. If you're making mistakes, it means you're trying. It means you're alive. It means you're moving. The only people who don't make mistakes are the ones doing absolutely nothing. So train your mind, think correctly, and your entire life will change. First of all, never be ashamed of your mistakes. Wear them with pride. They're not signs of weakness. They're badges of growth. Every mistake you make means you're moving, learning, evolving. And while we're at it, stop worrying about what others think of you. Too many people live their lives like a performance, constantly trying to win the approval of others. But the truth, if you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, not even yourself. You weren't put on this earth to be liked by everyone. You're here to live your dream, to discover your path, and to create real value, not to collect likes or applause. And the beautiful part, you don't need to be a genius to do any of that. You just need to have common sense. Respect people. Be kind. Work hard. Keep learning. Keep moving. And keep your dreams bigger than your fears. Success isn't some smooth golden road. It's messy. It's hard. It's full of silence, setbacks, and lonely nights, but it's worth every bit of it. Not for the money, not for the fame, but for the person you become along the way. At the end of your journey, no one's going to ask how much money you made. They'll ask what impact you left. And that's the real definition of success. How much value did you create for others? Because when you focus on helping people, on solving real problems, on bringing value to the table, success will follow you. You won't need to chase it. It will find you. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Adopt one simple, powerful mindset. Think positively. See problems as opportunities. Move fast. Make mistakes. Learn fast. Never give up. And always believe. Your past does not decide your future. Your thinking does. If you can train your mind to see the world differently, you don't need perfect timing, perfect resources, or even perfect knowledge. You just need the right way of thinking. Most people hit one small failure and immediately panic. They take it as a sign to stop. But the truth is, failure is part of the process. It's a friend wearing an ugly mask. It's not here to hurt you. It's here to guide you. When failure knocks on your door, shake its hand. Say, "Okay, show me what doesn't work so I can find what does." Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. Will you think like a victim or like a fighter? Will you focus on how unfair life is or on the unseen opportunities waiting in the mess? It's not the smartest or the luckiest who rise to the top. It's the ones who think differently about difficulty. When you see a mountain, don't stand there and complain. Start climbing. Step by step, breath by breath. The ones who make it to the top aren't the ones who had no fear. They're the ones who moved forward anyway. Correct thinking begins with ownership. Whatever happens, don't start with blame. Start with this. Question, what can I do about it? Not, why did they do this to me? Not, why is life unfair? Ask, what action can I take? Because once you own the problem, you own the solution. Right thinking is about vision. It's about seeing the future, even when everyone else is stuck in the present. When the crowd says, "This can't be done," you ask, "Why not?" When they say, "It's too hard," you smile and say, "Perfect." Hard means fewer people will try. Easy paths are crowded. If you want to build something big, go where others quit. Go where it's messy. Go where it's uncertain. Too many people waste their energy watching the competition. They compare, they copy, they envy. But the truth is, the real battle isn't out there. It's inside. Your real competition is your own fear, your own laziness, your own self-doubt. Right thinking means working on yourself. Improving 1% every day, competing only with who you were yesterday. You also have to be patient. Results don't show up overnight. Anyone can be excited at the start. But very few keep going when no one's watching, when no one claps, when it feels like it's all for nothing. But that's exactly when the real winners are made. When you believe in yourself, even in silence. You don't need a perfect plan to begin. Many people wait and wait. When it's all ready, I'll start. But guess what? It's never all ready. You start where you are. You use what you've got. You adjust along the way. Action teaches faster than any book. Mistakes are not failure. They're proof that you're alive, that you're in motion. If you're not making mistakes, it simply means you're not growing. Correct thinking welcomes mistakes, because every mistake contains a gift. A new insight, a stronger skill, a sharper mind. Right thinking also means never letting fear take the wheel. Fear can ride with you, that's normal, but you control the direction. Fear belongs in the passenger seat, never in charge. Correct thinking is long-term thinking. It's planting seeds today that may take years to grow. It's building something now for a future others can't even see yet. When people laugh at your dream, let them laugh. That's their job. Yours is to keep building. And here's the truth, the path won't always be easy. Sometimes it will feel slow. Sometimes it will feel lonely. But correct thinking is choosing growth over comfort. Every time. Comfort feels good in the moment, but growth rewards you for a lifetime. You must become comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where your future is, outside your comfort zone. Success is not an accident. It's a decision. It's made moment by moment, with every thought, every time you choose action over excuses, patience over panic, learning over complaining. You're building something real. Life won't always be fair, but if you think correctly, life will always be yours. You won't be a leaf blowing in the wind anymore. You will be the wind. When you think correctly, rejection becomes redirection. Obstacles become puzzles. Delays become preparation. And slowly, the world stops working against you because your mind has learned how to work for you. You are stronger than you think, wiser than you realize, braver than you feel. But you'll only see it when you finally start thinking like it's true.